I must get 50 of them. Oh, New Donk would be a good song. You know what? That's a good point. Get away. No, that's... I thought it was getting away from King K. Rool. Where's the... I'm actually kind of curious where that is. That's Sinkhole Dive, right? Vanadium Root Tower? Or not New Donk City, right? I don't know. I like how they all have their little album arts, though. I don't think I ever noticed that. Anyway, I have to get 50 discs from here. So let's do a little bit of a test and see how long it takes to get, like, I mean, 10 discs? How hard can that be? Like, even 5, let's say I got 5 discs per run through of this. That's doing this like 10 times. Sure, it might be, or like, even with the pig side area, it might be like 1 disc every like 30 seconds, but well, that's still 25 minutes, but still 25 minutes, but I just kind of expect this to be like an hour, so. He kind of cuts into form there. I mean, you know what? We'll be getting chips as well, which I'm gonna need for banana skills, I guess. I should have been wearing this tie all along. You didn't need the Banandium one, but it was easier and I liked it more. Okay, the idea is we want to kill guys, so I'm just mashing roll, punch, and clap. Wait, hold on, I need your, well, not yours. Good. I still have it. I love how the game does little things like that. Like, it lets you climb while holding a rock, it lets you fly while holding a rock. Maybe mashing clap isn't really gonna do anything, but I don't like this challenge, so I'm just gonna punch through even though we lose the opportunity to kill like 4 guys or something. I mean, how hard can this be, right? Does it give me the disc? It's so funny they make a stupid cartoon animation, man. It's so funny. It's probably faster just to spam roll, because I think it cancels the animation. Don't get too overexcited, Chris. You still have to kill the guy. Okay, glad that wasn't too early. Well, oh, it goes the other way. Yeah, that's a problem. Come on. There we go. Good. These guys are so annoying. Least favorite enemy in the game. just stand in the middle. A disc! It really is, especially now, it really is like a Smash Bros. Brawl sticker. I can't believe they, I didn't have Snake Bonanza? I can't believe, they didn't bring that back for Ultimate. I don't know, that's like, oh, it's annoying. Who the fuck is 100%ing a Smash Bros. Game? Completionism is a fucking disease. He says, completing this game. I mean, I'm kind of close, and apparently there's a good question mark completion reward. Wait, was that the one? Can't teleport back, so I'm gonna hope not. I wish they would just keep mindlessly jumping forward, man. You see, the puzzle of that other one looked like it was, really? Go. At least that guy's dead. Alright, come on. Like, why does he have, like, invisible wall physics or whatever? Come on, dude! Why do I have to be so fucking far away for this to work? Right. Oh, it has to be what is the words. Wait on. No, it doesn't. Why? Literally why? Oh my god. I think these guys are actually my least favorite enemy. When they're like invincible. When they're not invincible, they're actually quite fun because you have to like jump up and hit them in the head and stuff. But when they're invincible, it's like always annoying. Where is this? Is it really at like the fourth one? Did I even get all the balloons? It'd be kind of funny if I did this and then just didn't get all the balloons. Is that it? No, okay. Go get Chris's. I really wish I didn't have to do this right now, but you don't have to do it. Chris, you don't have to do it. Oh. No, okay, that works. I mean, I could just stop playing the game. That is very true. Where's the disc? I heard it. And say, I played as much of Bananza as I wanted. Which was basically just doing the cleanup to find the discs. I didn't really want to get the fossils, other than the fact that, ow. Other than the fact that it's nice that, like, it's nice that I came to the realization that, like, doing a fossils only run would be nice. Okay, it does tell you how many discs are left when you collect one. I just really don't want to die here. Like that. So maybe just getting them while they spawn is fine. I mean, I have apple juices. I don't know. Yeah, like... I want to be able to get them both at once. Man, it was really shitting the discs out before. Do I get the disc if it goes over the pit? Let's find out. Actually, can I just use an apple juice? I really don't want to listen to this the whole time. Thank you, Apple. Just a few more of those and we're good. This sucks, man. Those ones look like they just disappeared into the ether. What the fuck was that one challenge? Maybe it would literally save me time to just look in my VODs and look for an enemy, a big enemy fight. What if I just recorded how long grinding this takes? They're giving me nothing now. Are they more likely to spawn when I punch them into the wall or something? When I punch them into each other, maybe? No? I was like, maybe you're rewarded with a trick shot kind of thing. This is more fun, at least. It may be. Or maybe I just got lucky there. I mean, see, but these guys just keep respawning and it's pretty consistent. You won't, I won't have to like reload an area after killing a bunch of guys. But also a bunch of guys could drop like 50 discs in a row. It's not like the little Pika Bruiser guys, right? I don't think those guys drop discs, do they? So, you know what? I should come back to this. Once I should like stop recording. Think of a list of things to talk about. And then come back to this. And then just talk about things. Just call a random person on Discord, see if they pick up and say, hey, I'm grinding Bananza. I'm grinding Bananza music. So far we got 7 out of 50 discs. I'm gonna have to grind the chips as well though, aren't I? Like I'm gonna have to do the math on it. And then until I get that many chips. Let's see, it's how many? 2, 3, 4, 5. So what, 14? 16 times 5. Should know this, but I don't. I'm just gonna make sure that I don't get it wrong. Like, that's the thing. I can do mental math. It takes a while, and then also I'm not entirely sure if it's true, so I just use the calculator because I know the calculator is always right. 80. So we're gonna need 80 times 100 banana chips. Am I understanding that correctly? Am I understanding that I'm going to need 80,000 banana chips? No. Sorry, 8,000, not 80. That's just fucking math, man. Wait. No, is that right? Yeah. No. Yeah. 8,000. All right, well, we're 1/8 of the way there. They did a great job with this game when it comes to completion, huh? No hints for the bananas. Actually having to grind. I don't know. If you've 100%ed Bananza, did you have to grind? How long? How long did you have to grind for? I'm curious. I want to gather data. Be like, I didn't have to grind for that long because I was just wearing the banandi or the tie the entire time. I mean, we are gonna get how many bananas? How many bananas are left? Like 9 bananas or something. We are going to get like 9 bananas. $2D challenge course 4. Now, do I make this the thumbnail of the video, or do I make... You know what I could do? Could just make this a separate video and then upload them both on the same day. I guess I could do that. Am I actually going to grind until 8,000 chips, though? I mean, because we're getting, like, 4 chips every cycle here. 2 chips every kill. So every kill, I'd have to kill a pig 4,000 times. Do a cycle every 2,000 times. Do a full walk around 1,000 times. Alright, so let's count. One. Two. 3. We aren't even at 3 yet. Don't get ahead of yourself, buddy. Even 100. 100 would be manageable, but like, even that would be a lot. 110 whole times is kind of a lot. I could be playing my second game of Deadlock ever right now. Instead, I'm 100% Donkey Kong Bananza. By the way, I'm not letting the 100%, like what it takes to 100% of the game, bring the score down to a 6. Because I didn't think it would be this bad. I don't even know if you need discs, actually. You probably do, though, because it's a thing that they count. Thank God I found this faster, more health efficient method. Though, like, for real. I really have to pause and, like, find something to talk about, man. I don't really want to talk about work. Although, if we talked about work. Right now I'm waiting for a time off request for a wedding. My dad's like, I'm gonna book the flight today. So, book the flights today, so are you coming or not? I'm like, I put in a time off request. They haven't gotten back to me. So now I'm like, how long is my dad gonna be willing to wait? I mean, I think they want me to go, so they'll wait like an extra day for it, I guess, if possible, but... I'm like starting to wonder. Like, I'm not too crazy about going just because traveling is really inconvenient. If I could just teleport there and be fine, like, not have to stay in a hotel, that'd be fine. But, you know, by the time this video goes up, I probably have already gone to the wedding and the trip is already over. That's how my videos are. Like, halfway through Bananza, I was wondering, should I make these videos an hour like I did with Tears of the Kingdom? Because it is a big open world game. You know, it's worth $70. There's $70 worth of game... No. $70 worth of gameplay in it. Surely it'll be a lot. And it is a lot. But, you know. It kind of sucks that, like, I had to do Bananza while I was in the throes of basically just starting my job. Start my job in April, and then summer came right after. And summer in the pet business is really bad. And then Bananza started. Then Bananza's coming up during that. Not only that, but then like also kind of rushing because of the mic stream. There's a lot of vibration, by the way, and I'm starting to feel it in my hand. The no, that's what happened. My controller vibrated. Okay. My controller vibrated. It did a big vibration and then stopped vibrating. I'm really hoping that this controller didn't lose vibration in it. Like, too much vibration is bad, but some vibration is really fun. So, like, I don't know. Wait, that didn't have a disc. But you know what? I'm curious. Do I get the chips? No. I don't. Oh, wait, the Grumpy challenge, dude. The Grumpy fight enemies challenge. Okay, we're gonna come back to this if that's not that good. Kind of concerned about my controller, though. I mean, the vibration broke. I'll buy a Switch 2 one, but like a Switch 2 Pro controller, but I don't want to because they're expensive. $5 more expensive now for some reason. Man, I'm so stupid. How did I forget about the Grumpy thing? Is there a way I can like reset my controller to get the like it feels dead now. Was that 30 minutes already? And we aren't even close? Oh, brother. Okay. I want to get my vibration back here. So, could you imagine if your coworker went on like a magical adventure and then on top of your like work building, they build a giant gold statue of that person? All right, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to turn the switch off. Controller has now been turned off. Turn the switch back on for the Switch Pro controller. Okay, the vibration didn't completely break. Okay, good. Okay, it's back. It's back. I mean, when you punch something, the controller vibrates. And when shit happens around the area, the controller vibrates. Friends on, you know what? Who's online? What are they doing? Let's audit them. The Elder Scrolls and Shadow Labyrinth. Nintendo Switch 2 edition. They cannot be putting that in the titles of the things. They can't. Alright, let's see if we get discs a lot faster. I mean, surely this is designed for grinding discs as well. Like, they put this in the game to grind for discs. And maybe chips. I see you're enjoying the chips. Although I should have done Bananzas last longer. I don't have my proper tie, actually. I mean, I'm not trying to win it, so... Wait, hold on. Alright. How does it start? Like, were there really, like, 50 guys in an area and they all had the chance to drop a disc? That's what I'm like envisioning in my brain. But yeah, remember, you're here to grind, not win, so. If you died, you just like start over a little bit. Don't punch him off the ledge. Don't do it. You need them to survive. Okay. Am I doing worse than I was before? I wonder if breaking the center or firing through the center is like a strategy you can do. This can't be like as fast, right? Just wait for the big room. Just wait for it. What am I doing? Oh yeah, elephant. I was like, I don't remember actually doing this room, so. Is there another one in here? Give me the disc. 2 remaining? Oh, it's just they're little containers. They don't leave behind corpses. Can I just start from the second layer where there are probably more enemies? I mean, look, we're already at 1,400. This one. Can I just do this? Can I just do this one over and over, man? Like, this alone gave me 100 chips, but only one song. Okay, they do have to actually die. I mean, this is like maybe a little more fun, I guess, but I guess I'd rather have something more mindless if it's not going to be as profitable, which I don't think it is. So, we're leaving. Like, I feel like I got like 6 discs in that one pig section, and that's where I got the idea from. That, like, this is the best thing for it. Or maybe I'm thinking of another challenge. I don't know. Ew, look at that terrible shadow texturing. I'm wiping my nose. I gotta get all the way back to the pigs now, too. Oh, it means I have to deal with the jumping guys again. Oh. Ew, look at how brown the banana, like, liquid is under him. The ones he's holding don't look that bad, I guess. Like, you might run into some bananas like that in your kitchen. They look more like bruised bananas. Bruised bananas. Here, hold on. Let me. Can I? No. It's gonna be like, can I audit my friends? I am kind of in a state where I'm like, I would rather stop recording right now. You'll need to use all your Kong Bananza skills. Yeah, that doesn't really tell you you should have all of your skills. It's definitely more of a general statement. Why they have this fucking long ass hallway? You want to kill 2 pigs now while you're at it? I wasn't even aiming for him. Is that scripted? I'll take 4 chips though. I never even finished that thought that I had, where I was like, tying like what it takes to complete a game into its scores, like, feels very like bad faith to me, right? Like, it's like, well, it's a part of the game. It's something that they expect you to do. I think for something like, I think it's worth mentioning. Oh wait, hold on. I need your. Wait, hold on. Maybe I don't. Oh, they come back. You could grind these guys, but then the problem is that big guy in the center will be there. Also, it's worse for your hands. That worked? I was like, the dynamics of like him holding it in his other hand is probably gonna screw me compared to going for the guy on the right, where his club is closer to me and puts me farther from him. Maybe just save your hands. By the way, changing the control scheme was so much better. I can't imagine this game otherwise, man. I don't want to be like comment farming. I'm just genuinely curious what other people have done and stuff. Like, have you? Ugh. He's committed, man. Okay, I probably could have done that. God damn it, man. Oh, get burned in lava, I guess. I did it again. Wow, who would have seen that one coming? Oh my god. Oh, I hit his head, so it didn't do anything! I guess I should have cleared out the mud. Why do you not pop out? Oh my god, just... It takes fucking forever to get back to the pigs because it's the world's most annoying. You have to wait for them enemies in the fucking world. At least this one's kind of fun. Let's go around, collect the scraps the shadow loaded in. Wait. I'm gonna get covered in fucking lava. Apple, please. Alright. I'm sorry if this is boring. This is an optional video or an optional chunk of video. Okay, I think that went a lot better than the last one. Or I think I like missed or something. I'm just gonna wait. Can I roll jump while charging this? Well, Grace, was that so hard? It's just the opportunity for it to go wrong. Like, if it goes wrong, then it's really going wrong, man. This is the... Yeah, of course. Okay. I'm just double checking. I don't know. Maybe it was foreshadowing the next scrap in ground instead of complementing it. Wait, the chips. What happened, you idiot? That, I guess, is what happened. Are you gonna respawn? Like, fuck. Whoa. Because I was wrestling for control of the camera. Great. That was Donkey Kong? I was like wondering if there was a weird dog in here or something. That works for me. That doesn't, though. Kong Bananza, how fitting. Oh my god. You have to be kidding me. I did so well the first time, man. Actually, I should probably get those, like, 6 banana chips. It's kind of crazy they stop spawning enemies, but require enemies for the thing. What am I saying? You know, the thing. Alright, and we're back. Almost as if we never left. Do you think we'd be done by now if we didn't take that detour? Absolutely not. Might have to, like, do this later or something. Will you get 3 videos today? It's possible. I can't keep rolling. But if I don't, it'll be too slow. Or you can punch while rolling. So like 1, 2, 3. And then you can angle the roll too. So 1, 2, 3. Maybe even 4. 1, 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. Yeah. And then just get into that rhythm. And look, they're like just barely respawning. Honestly, this shit stays around for long enough. You don't have to wait for the other guy to die. Unless there's like a disc in it for you. Because he died so late. See, but now I'm inconsistent with hitting the guy. These videos are going to come out and my friends are going to be pissed that it's like, you prioritize doing this over stuff with us. To be fair, if Evan's watching, Evan, it's 4:20 p.m. on a Thursday. You are at work. I would definitely rather be watching shit with you, okay? I would much rather be watching shit and playing Final Fantasy 14 with you, but... Oh. Disc? Could you imagine if it spawned a disc down there? I think it gives you discs if discs spawn off, but not chips, because chips are so plentiful. I'm gonna get a repetitive stress injury from this. Where are the discs? Is there a tie that makes discs spawn more often? Like, hello? I know there are only 110 of them, so like, the answer's no, but... What else is happening? Oh, look, a disc. I'm hopefully going on a Florida trip in December. I don't know if that's entirely true. I'm visiting, or my parents, or my mom and my aunt are going. New York City. That's a great one to get. Yeah, my aunt and my mom are going, and I was invited. And I was like, well, I have a friend who lives in Florida who loves amusement parks. We can go to amusement parks together, maybe. But as it turns out, we're like leaving. It's like she can only come on 2 days because I guess work, maybe, or money. I guess money and work. But one of the 2 days is when we're leaving. So now I have to go down and ask my aunt if like I can get an extension or something, or if they want to stay for longer. Because if not, only going like 1 day with my friend, it might not be worth it. I think like a bigger friend group is with her involved is planning a trip in summer, so maybe I'll just wait for that. But I want to go see Donkey Kong and Super Mario. I want to go Epic Universe. I thought Super Nintendo Land or whatever still wasn't like a thing yet, but I guess it is. Why does it seem like it's always these ones dropping the discs? Sorry, I was flexing my wrist. I have 1 day off this week and 1 day off next week. And this is how I'm spending my... And I had 1 day off last week. And it wasn't even a day off because I basically still had to walk a bunch of dogs. And go in early that next morning. So I had to go to bed at like 10 p.m. So this is how I'm spending my day off. My valuable day off. That's great. I mean, we're getting up there. What are we at, like 85 now? We started at 60. Are we halfway there? I think we are halfway there. I think we're literally halfway there. I love RNG. I love grinding. I love not being able to be 8 discs ahead because I need those banana chips for my stupid fucking skills. Thanks, Nintendo. Was it Department of Planning and Development or something? How about you develop a good end game? Didn't plan for that, did you? Planning and development is such a funny name for a studio. I mean, it kind of beats, in a way, it kind of beats, like, it's a lot of indie game studios. Like, Wet Cherry or something. Gears for breakfast. I don't know, I always found those a little too quirky because I'm soulless. But, I mean, it is a game development company you're making. If it sounds fun, it does convey the idea that the game is fun, right? If you hear Nintendo planning and development, you're like wondering if they're gonna, like, if they're in real estate and they're gonna help build your Costco or something. Or like, are we even supposed to know the teams developing the things? I thought it like auto-locked on to the enemies. Maybe it doesn't. Maybe it's just, maybe I'm just so good, or maybe it's just like the hitboxes are really lenient. I wonder if I destroy one of these, will it stop spawning? Like, it's just one more enemy to kill, but who cares when you kill these guys so quickly? Did I sound out of breath there when I said quickly? Because quickly. What else is coming up on the agenda for Chris? I have 2 vacations. I feel like the last time I took an actual vacation, well, I guess a wedding isn't a vacation, but no, it's not really. But the last time I took a vacation, because I'm not counting weddings and stuff like that, was probably like 9 years ago before I started pet sitting. Because I was like, when pet sitting, I'm like, I can't let my clients down. Like, if I go on vacation, they're gonna find a second pet sitter, and if they find a second pet sitter, they might like start using the second pet sitter instead or something. So I can't go on vacation. I always have to be available. But also, I don't really like vacations anyway. But I never took days off either. The only days off I got were like if no one needed me. And in the start and near the end, that was most of it. So I guess it balanced out. Yeah, not really the life to lead. Do not become a pet sitter. You could temporarily, but then by then you won't build up the clientele and trust for it to really be worth it, I think. I think I've talked ad nauseum about how becoming a pet sitter is a bad idea, especially for like 9 years of your life. When you don't have a college degree either. Oh man. How am I ever gonna make it in this world? I don't know. 'Cause my current job is like, to most people, like an entry-level job, right? I remember when Kanjin was like doing a dog daycare job, I was like, oh, that's like, and I was pet sitting at the time too, so I was like, I mean, I don't really think pet sitting is a real job either. I was like, I never wanted to get a real job, and I still don't, but you know. I'm suffering having a real job now. But I was like, that doesn't look like a real job. He's probably getting paid like $7 an hour or something too. I mean, it is a real job. It's just it would pay more than like the Barnes & Noble job I was going for. My current job, I mean. I thought I made a pretty good. I don't know. Maybe they didn't hire me because I didn't like read books. I said I read manga, which is not true. I don't even watch anime, let alone read manga. But I was like, if they hire me, I'm gonna start. Let's Plays are gonna take a little bit of a back seat to me reading all the manga that's on my manga list. That's a good disc to get. That didn't happen though, so here we are, spending hours of my life 100%ing this game. I was gonna say because I have nothing better to do, but there's Deltarune, Chris. Deltarune is gonna be okay. I didn't really aim that one until the last second, so maybe the hit stop saved me. But like, there's definitely some auto aim there. Yeah, Deltarune's gonna be out long before this video comes out. Deltarune will be gone. I'll probably be 2 playthroughs after it by the time this comes out. That is definitely not true. But who knows? It could be good. I think I mentioned it before, but like, I think Noelle is a good character. It's just it was maybe spoiled. She was maybe spoiled because she was always next to Birdly, and all of her dialogue was like talking to Birdly because she had to be next to Birdly for that entire chapter. So I think maybe that rubbed off on him. And everyone's like, what? Birdly's funny. And I can't tell how much of that is people genuinely thinking that character designed to be annoying is actually funny. It can happen. It's just like everyone besides me seems a little suspicious because I'm wondering how much of it is like, well, I love Deltarune, so I'm gonna try my hardest to like Birdly. I'm not even a Deltarune hater. I like it. Watch the videos. I have fun playing it. But, well, playing it, I suck at it, so I don't really have fun playing it, but that's not really what I'm talking about. I kind of just get really sad when I play it. But no, I think no will be good. No will be good, but I got kind of spoiled. The chapter 4 features Noelle's bitch mom. I don't know, maybe she shows up for just one scene. But I don't know. It's the only new character from that I've seen. But then again, I only saw, like, in hindsight, I've only seen one new character. Well, I guess 2. But one new character from chapter 3, and he could have stayed longer, in my humble opinion. He could have stuck around for longer. By the time the chapter was over, I was like, we could just make chapter 4 an extension of chapter 3, and just make it not a bunch of like those kinds of gameplay sections. I'm trying not to spoil it. I'm being as vague as possible, while also still saying things that are meaningful to people who have played Deltarune and haven't played Deltarune. We're at 2,400. So how many we gotten? Like 1,000 thus far. 1,000 chips. I mean, if I have to grind chips, I'm just gonna be coming back here. I mean, this is like really mindless compared to the grumpy thing. So like, and I won't have to like reset myself. I can just keep talking. So like, this is a lot better. It'd be really funny if there were people that are like, yes, Chris has to grind for something. That means there will be banter. My flow, it's gone. That's awesome, man. I really should have very intentionally tried to aim. Okay, we got it back. Okay, see, like, this isn't that bad. We only have 7 left. 30 minutes later. It's all up to the RNG, man. I feel like we've gone like 10 minutes without getting a disc at one point. On the bright side, now our chips will definitely only be for bananas. But we would be done by now, wouldn't we? If we didn't have to upgrade the skill tree all the way. Closet. I was like, what is the closet an area? Was the joke about telling Mike that something was up in the closet like real? Connolly told me Donkey Kong sounds weird when he punches the closet. And I thought that was just like a unique thought from Connolly. But then people started telling Mike that something was in the closet. And then Mike was saying like, why does the closet make that noise? So like, maybe it's not a unique little thought. Sorry, Connolly. But I was just surprised by that like other people could even have a thought close to that stupid, when Donkey Kong punches it, he makes a weird noise sound. Instead of just going, hey, stock sound effect, like I would. And then like go on with their day. I don't even know if the closet thing is a stock sound effect, but it probably is, right? No. I don't recognize it, so. And let's just wait a little bit. Hey guys, I'm beating my meat. Hey guys, look, because they're like pigs, and I'm punching them, so just like beating. Oh, guys, I'm beating off. I'm beating the video game off, guys. That game getting a remake is like one of the worst things to happen to me because of that joke. This is an exaggeration. This is a joke. The fact that I feel like I have to say that just makes me feel like I'm a bad person. But we're not, this isn't gonna be Paper Mario paste playthroughs again. We're not gonna talk about self-loathing as banter again. I doubt everything I talked about in that video like hasn't changed, except for maybe like getting a real job, which has happened. But now I'm like, I think they're relying on me too much. You know what, between you and me, I do want to say to them, like, I'd like to have 2 days off. Well, now this is awkward. I'd like to have 2 days off a week. I feel like that's the standard for a reason. If anything, isn't like 3 days off what people are saying should be the standard? So like, you know, already. I'd like to say that, and then I'd like to say I'd like to work less hours. I can't do the traditional 40-hour work week at this job, at least not yet. I'm like, it tires me out. The dogs can be frustrating and stuff. I have to, a lot of times I do have to remind myself that I am getting paid at this job. I'm not just doing it because I need to have a job to live. You know, like, you need to be passing your time not doing nothing in your room. This constitutes as nothing, by the way. I don't know if you know that. You can't just do that all your life. You have to be a member contributing to society. I do get some kind of fulfillment out of my job from just that, and because I kind of forget about the money after a point. I love money. I love spending money more than anyone else on the planet, and in order to spend money, you need money. So like, we're almost there, by the way. So like, of course, the money aspect is good, and working more is good for the money, but like, if I got less work hours, I could walk my aunt's dog one more time at night, because I haven't been... I could do it. I could do it now and make a shit ton of money, but I've just been too tired. I don't want to deal with her being in my room and going up and out, and then like ruining my little sound tarp that I have, and then potentially peeing in the room and stuff because I'm not paying attention. Really more just I'm tired and I don't want to... At 12 when I'm like, or even 10 when I'm just like tired enough to go to bed, I do not want to get up, like wrangle her, get dressed, go outside, and then walk. Especially because I already showered and like there's still summer heat at night. We did it. We did it. Beaky Thicket. We did it. But yeah, but the point is, I could take less work hours and then just do that walk. Like 2 less work hours equals like 1 of those walks, because my aunt is very generous. Thank you to my aunt. She's very generous. So like 6 hours a day. 6 hours is like, I would say 5 hours is like preferred because it's like long enough. And we're just going to be pressing A. Oh wait, oh, I do want bananas with these. But like 5 hours is like long enough that like I start to feel like done with work by the end of it. But short enough that I don't feel like dying by the end of it. 6 hours I think is like, it's not that bad on top, like to have on top. I could totally deal with it. But 8 hours is like a lot. I can do it like every once in a while, which I have been. That's the thing. I'd like to ask for less hours, but then like more people. Well, here's my problem before. I wanted to ask for less hours a while ago because, you know, whatever. But then I was like, we're hiring more people. Like we're kind of at a good place now during summer because it's very busy during summer. I haven't asked for less hours during summer because I'm needed during summer. It's kind of pointless, right? It was like after summer. I was like, if I ask for less hours, then they're gonna go, well, we're gonna have to fire people after summer because they're less dogs after summer. Right? So, and then I'd be like first on the chopping block because I only work 5 hours, and I don't know if I work well or if people like me too much there. Social anxiety and all that. I am very expressive and cartoony at work though, honestly. I hate to say it like that because it sounds lame as shit, but like I am kind of a jolly fellow, not with my words, but with my body language. So hopefully that comes through. Anyway, the point is, that's not really a concern because people are leaving to go back to or to college and stuff after summer, right? So that means there will be less work, which means I'm still going to be needed. Okay, but now I wonder if the scale is tipping in the other direction, where I wish I could buy things in bulk, by the way, but the scale's tipping in the other direction, where now I'm like, well, what if they need me more? Because it sounded like, based on gossip I was hearing, it sounded like a lot of people were going back to school and will have limited hours and stuff. I mean, they did say your availability within the next week, like for school to make scheduling easier. I probably should use this time to say what my preference is. I have the email written out where I'm like, my preference is, you know, like 2 days off, optimally around 5 to 6 hours a day. But it's only my preference. If you need me, like, for summer, obviously, that's fine. I can work what I've been working, at least until the end of summer. And then, like, if you need me for August, by the way, this video is probably out in, like, fucking November. But if you need me for August, after everyone went back to school, until, like, more people are hired or something, then that's fine. Or if you don't want to hire more people and just want me to work more, I mean, I'm not going to drop this job and go try to get a job at PetSmart or something. I do like my job. It's just, you know, I had 4 8-hour work days in a row last weekend. And then 3 more work days, 6 hours, 5 hours, 5 hours after that. On the 5-hour days, despite it being day 6 and 7 straight of work, or maybe more if you don't count my break or my not day off, like I was talking about before, where I was still doing pet sitting jobs, all day. I was pretty chipper for those, so I think it is just like that fatigue. But yeah, so that's my current job situation. I should probably, like, once I'm done with this, I should probably just send the email. Flavor it a little to be like, hey, you're asking about availability. This is just my preference. And then say, you know, obviously I'm still willing to work for summer and like a rocky amount of time between that. I'm like, but I'm so anxious because I don't want to disappoint, you know? And who knows, it might put me over the edge for like being on the chopping block or something. I don't know. Even if I am like, I can work more. Maybe it might seem like quiet quitting. That's the thing, when I first came to the job, they were like, do you want to work part-time or full-time? I was like, I'm not too sure. I'd like to work full-time eventually because, you know, I need a full-time job. I'm so far behind the curve as far as like money goes. And, you know, work experience and stuff. I'm almost 30 and I basically have my first job. I've basically just got my first job. People usually do that shit when they're like 20. I'm like 10 years behind in my life, which lines up with a bunch of other aspects of my life. I think I talked about it before. Like driving. I started driving 4 years after I should have. Driving is really easy. Do not be afraid of it, please. Please. I used to be deathly afraid of it. Now I'm like, I definitely can drive without even thinking. It's not even dangerous. Obviously, I dial in when like there are more cars around, but a lot of times there aren't cars, and you're just like, driving on the upper road. You don't even need to think or whatever, but it's so easy. I promise you. I promise you, if you're procrastinating driving, please do it. I mean, if like you can get a car or whatever, but like, please do it. All right, so we, oh, it's 3 and 4. Could be worse. Truth be told, I mean, I'm gonna get how many bananas? How many bananas am I missing? It's been so long since I've been searching for bananas that I lost my muscle memory already. How many is that? 8? 8 bananas. So like almost 2 levels. So 3 and 4, 7 times 5. It could be worse, I guess. That'd be 3,500 chips. No, that's still pretty bad. I might get chips while looking for them. I don't know. Did Connolly say anything? No. He's not on the call either, so I don't know. But should probably take a Bananza break now. But I might return with another chip grinding video or something. I'm either returning with chip grinding just to pass the time and like progress while I wait for Connolly. Connolly hints, or you know, or Connolly being on the video, or just using maps and then grinding chips after. I don't know. I can't believe I should have asked, is there a good completion reward? But at this point I'm kind of close enough. I don't know. Kill each pair of pigs 1,500 more times. Oh brother. Oh brother. Anyway, good talk. Good talk. Hopefully hopefully things work out with that Disney vacation. Did I even say that the 2 days? I think I just moved on. The 2 days my friend wants to be there, one of them is the day we're leaving. No, I mentioned that. Yeah. I should go down there and ask right now. Right now, while it's like nice midday. What time is it? Yeah, nice midday. Before my aunt gets too tired or something. Well, it's the night of Mike potentially 100%ing the game. It could happen. You know, he has 4 whole hours. Connolly has not gotten back to me with the hints, but I think he says he's working on them. But he's kind of being vague about it, or at least like, let's just say I would be a little more detailed. But about like, oh yeah, I'll should be able to get done, blah, blah, blah. But I can't say anything because it's like a favor. So while we wait for Connolly, we're going to actually, you know what, I'm gonna put Connolly up on the other monitor while also not blocking my volume. I guess just grind the rest of the coins, because we need to do that for 100% anyway, and that's gonna take a while. So you know, at the end of the day, it works out. It's like I'm just waiting here doing nothing. All right, so how many shits do I need? Chips. So it would be, how many banana? Okay, I can actually see how many. Okay. We're gonna have to do math here. Great. It's gonna be 5. We're gonna need 5 bananas for this. And then, can I assume that's 3 and 4? I guess I could just exit the level, but I can assume it's gonna be 3 and 4. I could go back in the footage. So then it would be 7 times 5, which is 35. So I need 40 times 100 for the chips is 4,000. I need 4,000 chips. I typed in 40 times 100 just to make sure. But in reality, I should be typing in like 7 times 5 because I'm in 5th or 3rd grade. It is 35. So we need 4,000 chips. Thanks, guys. Thanks for that one, guys. You did a great job with this game. So do I have things to talk about? I don't know. But I will say that it's been a few days and I have not emailed my bosses about getting less shifts. I'm always like, but I need to work a full-time job. I need the money. And then I'm like, oh yeah, if I work less hours, then I can help my aunt walk her dog again, and she pays me a good chunk of change that would make up for 2 hours of my work. So, I would inherently make the same money, but for a lot less. I always forget that, but then I'm also like, I'm so behind. Did I say this before? I'm so behind the ball that I kind of need to do both. I kind of need to work the standard 40 hours and also walk the dog at the end and suffer. But I don't know. It's not like I'd be losing that much more free time compared to everyone else with a full-time job, and they still manage to do a lot of things that they want to do. So I don't know. Oh wait, I only have to. No. Who was doing the PD Piranha? I say this every single time, right? You guys actually suck ass. You know what? I probably lost time doing this. Do I really have to grind 4,000 of these? I didn't want to grab the guy. This sucks. This sucks a lot. Just stop. Fucking God. Was it something about going to the guy on the left instead of the guy on the right or something? That's this one, I think. Why do I suck at this now? You guys are morons. It does blow up. Oh my God. Okay, sheesh. Like, great. The little snapping sound it makes when you grab it, and the little effect is very intentional, I'm sure, and very satisfying. Should have done a roll punch. I can't believe I have to grind this much for chips, for skill points, man. I can't believe it. Everyone has to do this, right? This isn't like, well, I guess there are bananas. How many bananas am I missing in total? Can I can't see in here. Like, I'm probably missing 10 bananas, which would be... God, why can I not see that information in here? I'm on a hate campaign for this game now. Because of this. Fuck off. Fuck off. Oh, that's what I get for trying to be fast and cool, I guess. Right. Of course. I fucking hate these enemies. I hate them. And let's just ensure that it works. Wow. That's what ensuring it works looks like. Thank God. Okay. Why the fuck did they put that shit at the end? Why can bananium chips be melted by lava? You ever see the effect when you start rolling? Oh wait, right. You can just roll. Whoops, I actually fucked it up by doing that. Great. Wait, did I? Okay, so do people actually have to grind as much as I have? Or I guess the idea is you have to wear the stupid tie. Well, here's my tip for anyone playing Donkey Kong Bonanza for the first time. Wear the stupid tie. Oh, wait, right. That is a pit. But you know me, I don't like to spoil things. I like people to suffer. Because then it gives them a more accurate view of the game they're playing. If I just say, yeah, you'll have to grind for, like, 10 hours, then, like, that's going to have no impact on them. If they have to grind for 10 hours, that's going to have a pretty big impact on them and their opinion of the game. Okay, we're good. Does that make me a bad friend? I don't know. I think people should... I mean, that's the thing. I'm projecting, right? But, like, I kind of think that people should have a... What am I going to say? What word am I going to choose here? Surely not the word correct or proper, right? Like, you just pick a spot? I have to wait for this one. Oh, you guys fucked up very quickly. Wait, hold on. We're here for the chips. Like, when you... Because it's objectively incorrect to be like... People should know if a game is worse than it is. Because don't you want to spread positivity in this world of ours? Right? Okay, that got him. Good. Did I kick him there? But yeah, I don't know. I guess I can't help but project. It's this one, Chris. I almost just kept going. Alright, here we go. 4,000 chips. Here we come. There is no way, man. I don't like the discs. These, like, fall off. So, I have to do this 1,000 times. Almost. Yeah, that's pretty good. Connolly's typing, people. He might save us from this. Or, I don't know. Because now I'm already here. But I guess if we do get the bananas, we could see how many are left. But, you know, it'd be kind of nice. Because I invited Connolly to, like, join me on this final banana hunt. And narrate his hints. Because it would be easier to point out where bananas are between in real time. And maybe he could just join me for this. We can interview Connolly or something. Get to know Connolly. He might also be like, there's a better grinding spot. Okay, we could determine how long it takes for me to kill like 4 of these guys, right? And then multiply that by 1,000. And we can find out how long this would actually take. So if Connolly gives me a better grinding spot, then like we know what I would have done, and at this point I already have my negative I already have my negative opinion about the grinding in this game. At this point I don't think we have to belabor it, right? Okay, that was good because I wasn't aiming it, so and there's still all the post-game stuff I want to do. And I don't know if I should say this now or not, because I might not deliver on it. But after Ocarina of Time, I was like, I want to watch a speedrun of it. And then I had the idea, maybe after I finish games, I have like a little bonus video at the end that watches the speedrun. But Ocarina of Time was like, however many hours, like somehow or something. It was long. Longer than I thought it was. And I was like, I just can't really find the time for it because I have to keep recording the next thing. Whatever the next thing was. I don't even remember anymore. And like do other stuff with life. But I could go back to that one too. But like watching the Bananza speedrun would be fun to do. But then I have to do the fuck off. Well, we lost 2 chips. I see you're not enjoying those chips. And you're not doing your hands any favors. How much were 2 bananas? How much? 2 skill points. It would be 10 bananas, 2 skill points. 10 bananas would save us 800. It's not nothing, but it's definitely not something either. Well, I mean, it's in a literal sense, it's definitely not significant either. I don't need gold. Chicken. Who knows? This might be the slowest way to grind chips, but it is really mindless, so we take those. I keep fucking it up. Could be because my left hand has band-aids all over it. There's 4 band-aids on the fingers. 1 on the pinky, 2 on the index, or 2 on the ring, and then 1 on the middle. Because a dog bit it accidentally. Because he loves playing with the hose. But we use the hose to clean, like, the way our grass works at our doggy daycare is, it works in a way where, like, you could just spray it into the, like, spray poop into the ground and it just, like, goes away. It's a miracle of science, basically. So, you know, I pull out the hose to spray the poop out of existence, and the dog wants to play with the hose and will run and jump all around, you know, and stuff, and almost definitely step in the poop. So what I did was I put him on a leash. There's another dog that likes to do it too, though, but he's pretty good about, like, standing on the side and then biting at it instead of, like, jumping into it, unlike the one that I leashed. The problem is that at that time he did not. He actually jumped right into the giant pile of diarrhea, got all over his paw. So I was like, okay, that's great. By the way, this dog that jumped in the diarrhea will jump on your leg once every, like, 2 minutes for, like, pets, which is fine, but not when he has diarrhea on his paws. So I bent down, I grabbed his paw, I went to go spray it with the hose. I obviously let go of the other dog that I was holding on to. That dog will bite the hose head. That's how much he loves playing with the hose. Bit the hose head and my hand that was holding the hose while I was trying to, because, you know, I was so low down. So, you know, got a bite. Thankfully, it was at, like, I had like 30 minutes left in my shift. But it was bleeding. And thankfully we had baby wipes. Because I'm the kind of guy who's like, you're allowed to, like, radio in and be like, hey, can someone cover, like, small daycare for me? I have to, you know, just for, like, when you have to go to the bathroom. And then you just go to the bathroom and then, you know, swap back. But I feel like just the idea of doing that feels bad to me, so I've never done it. So I, like, take precautions to not go to the bathroom, or to not have to go to the bathroom while I'm in daycare, and it works out. It works out. But yeah, this is a kind of scenario where it's like, I could call out to be like, hey, can someone cover while I, like, go put Neosporin and a Band-Aid on? Sorry, what do they have at work? It's like, it has like triple antibiotic on the thing, and then Curad Band-Aids, which honestly I think work better than actual Band-Aids. So I like them more. I use Band-Aids at home because they're the brand, but maybe the brand is not always everything. Case in point, chewy granola bars give me super indigestion. Well, not super indigestion. Let's not get crazy. The bread that my cousin made gave me super indigestion. Like, after 2 bites, I had some of the worst indigestion I've ever had. So, like, that's super indigestion. It does give you that gives me indigestion after a point. The granola bars, the not brand chewy, but it says on the box, chewy granola bars that Giant sells, the store brand ones, taste just as good, if not better. Honestly, I think they kind of taste better, and do not give me indigestion. So store brand is not always the way. Or sorry, yeah, the opposite of what I said. Brand is not always the way. Scratching my face there, if you were curious. But yeah, I was like, whoops. Okay, we got it. But, like, This is the end of my shift. It's like I'm like I can hold on for 30 minutes. So I put a one of those little baby wipes, which we thankfully had. I really should ask if we can get like disinfecting wipes or Purell in the little cubby in the daycare. You have to be careful with like what's in the daycare because, you know, dogs can get to it and choke and die or something. Such fickle creatures, man. And if a dog dies on your watch, that is the worst thing that could happen to you. So they're very careful. There's a little basket high above the ground that they have stuff in. I should just ask, like, can we just get like Purell dispensers for that or something? Like, it would be nice. Large daycare, just large daycare for some reason had disinfecting wipes in it. They're gone now, but like it did, and that was very nice. Because you know I'm a bit of a germaphobe, right? Like I don't even want to fix my hair if I pet dogs because you know, there's dog hair crap on it, and then I don't want to get that in my hair, let alone like near my nose and eyes and stuff like that. So I know it's not the best job if you're a germaphobe, but I'm not like that much of one. It's just, you know, it'd be nice to have the stuff. What was I saying? Baby wipes. Baby wipes are in the container. Just normal baby wipes. So I covered the bleeding, and then I see that like the blood is like pooling through the baby wipe, and I'm like, oh, this is actually worse than I thought, because they're like small. It was an accidental bite, you know. It was more like a tooth graze, but dog teeth are sharp, and you know, he went at that hose with the intent to kill, so kind of. So you know, the blood was bleeding through, and then like when the person came in to, you know, relieve me of my shift, basically, I pulled it off of my hand. I should have said removed it, but pulled it off basically spoils it. And like by then the blood had like stuck my finger to the little towel. So when I pulled it off, it kind of hurt a lot. They're like small wounds, but they hurt, and it hurt a lot. A lot? You know what I mean by a lot, right? I've been in a lot worse pain, but it hurt more than I thought. It hurt more than I thought. Do I really have to get 4,000 of these? No, there's no way, man. I've been talking for a while, right? What time are we at? Because I moved OBS for that. 20 minutes. We aren't even at 1,000. You're telling me it's gonna take like over 2 hours? Okay, that works. Anyway, the moral of the story is now my finger has a bunch of band-aids on it. And, you know, one band-aid has to cover each individual one. And I think it's making me play worse. So I was relieved to record Mahjong earlier today because it only requires the right hand. It's thankfully all on the left hand, yeah, so. I was gonna say something else. Oh yeah, I like don't really heal. I basically scar most of the time. Unless I'm like really on it with the band-aids and Neosporin, which band-aids are expensive. You know, replacing it like every time it gets too wet. So like definitely in between showers and stuff, it adds up. So I don't like doing it. Sometimes I just forget. But yeah, I like scar. I don't know if it's an age thing. I'm not even 30, so I'm not old. I'm not that old, I figure, but maybe I am. Maybe it's just my genetics or something. I suck at healing. But these little things, they didn't hurt that much, but you know, they did sting. And you definitely don't want that kind of, you don't want open wounds on your hands in general. So that's another bad point about it. But you definitely don't want them on your hands while you're in a open wounds on your hands in a doggy daycare. That's just gonna get infected, right? And also, I just don't heal. So, like, even if they didn't actually hurt that bad, I don't think I was being too melodramatic when I was upset about it happening. Because their cameras, they probably saw I was upset and I was nursing these tiny little cuts. They probably didn't see the tiny little cuts, but I was nursing those tiny little cuts as if they were, like, serious. Because to me, they are. This whole, like, healing thing. Hold on. That's crazy. Okay, well, now I'm seeing that Connolly is in a voice call. Let's go to friends list. Disconnected because it's Tuesday at 6. So they can't be playing Deadlock now, but they could be playing Deadlock. If I see Connolly playing Deadlock, I'm just using the banana maps. I'm sorry, Connolly. I'll let him know. I don't want him to, like, finish the hints only for me to not use them, right? It's just, I gotta be careful. I mean, it's possible I could... I don't know. It's possible Mike might not finish, and then we have 2 days. Should I bank on that? I want to be there for when he 100%s it. I don't know what the completion reward is, but if it's, like, really cool or whatever, I just want to be there. Also because it's, like, it's a special moment, even though I think he is also he's been done with the game for a while. I'm telling you, completion ruins the experience. Or can ruin the experience. Like, if he just did the Elder challenges, though he wasn't really paying attention for a lot of them, and I think he got frustrated. But if you think I'm bad with, like, recording, you should see Mike streaming, man. I don't even know if he's looking at the game at all. At least I'm, like, trying to focus. I'm doing my hardest to focus. That's part of why I don't want to, like, play games in a call, much to my friend's lament. Friends, lament. Not colon. Apostrophe. Lament. They want to watch me play games in real time and talk to me about them in real time and talk with me while I play them and say things and stuff. I don't even stream games. They can't even do that in text form in the chat. Because I'm a greedy little guy. I'm like, I want this experience to be all my own, which is not greedy at all. What was I saying? Like, a part of the reason why I don't do that is also I am conscious of the, like, streamer, let's player stigma that is at least partially true. I will admit that you pay attention less when you're let's playing because you're focusing on things to say. Me, I'm not really that bad about it, I feel like, because I, like, don't do banter at all unless the task is mindless. Which probably limits my appeal a lot in this day and age where people have to be doing quote multitasking, end quote, and have things on the second monitor, and I'm guilty of that too. I prefer Northern Lions banter things, and honestly I've been enjoying that Mike basically exclusively banters, because then it means I can catch up on Blue Sky and maybe one day Twitter. I'm the psycho that will scroll all the way down to the last tweet I saw. Right now, I am on May to June, July to August, 3.5 months behind on Twitter, I think. So, am I actually gonna go through 3 months of Twitter? I don't know. I don't, like, I do look at Twitter occasionally when I'm just, like, bored, when I'm like, I shouldn't do this, but, like, when I'm about to go to bed and I'm just like, I just want to, like, look at some stuff while I lie in bed for a bit instead of just closing my eyes and trying to sleep. I feel like in a way that helps lull me into sleep instead of making me feel like I'm forcing myself to do it, which is pretty much what happens every time. I, like, never want to sleep, even when I'm tired. Unless I'm, like, really, really tired. I never want to sleep. Except for last night where I went to bed at 8:30 p.m. I was ready to go to bed at 7:30 p.m. But Mike started streaming and I'm like, I have to stay up. I can't go to bed at 7:30 p.m. So I stayed up for an hour and then finally was like, fuck, I'm like dozing off. I'll just do it. I did have work at 7 a.m. today. So it wasn't too bad or weird. That's part of why I didn't immediately get up, because I was like, I'm tired already, and like who knows, I might not be tired by 10 when I want to go to sleep for work. I'm already tired now. It's convenient, and I'm like, you know, even if I wake up early, it won't be that much earlier. I mean, the point is, whenever I'm on Twitter, I see a lot of stuff that I'm like, I want to retweet that. I want to see, like, my timeline is very good, I think. Everyone says my timeline sucks ass. I don't know how that happens. Maybe you're on your For You page or whatever, but I really like my timeline, so I kind of don't want to miss any of it. But no one has time to go through 3.5 months of Twitter, right? Well, with Mike's streams, maybe I can. Hey, what was I saying? Streamer, recording, not paying attention. Was my point that Mike might not 100% the game because he's not paying attention? No, my point was like, he would enjoy the game more if he beat the game and then did like the challenges. He still has to do the Champions Road. Actually, he did. I guess he. I don't know how do you start the Champions Road again? He did the elephant one. Did he do the Champions Road and I just like missed it? Maybe, I don't know. I haven't been 100%ing his streams recently. I don't think he has though, so I guess he maybe still has to do that. I mean, the point is, I don't know what I want to do. I don't know if I want to keep going or not. But yeah, I'm hoping that Connolly actually joins us later. Do I combine this with the last video, actually? I don't know what I do, okay? I have no idea what I do. Maybe I just end the recording once I'm done so that I don't have to render it. But yeah, I want to get Connolly on. That'd be fun. I want to get friends on more. Part of why I let's play everything and record and stream it is like documentation. Even though I'm not a special person at all, I still feel that need. I don't know. Leaving a mark on this mortal coil, I guess, is not too unreasonable of a feeling to have, right? No matter how stupid, like recording a playthrough of Donkey Kong Bananza, but I don't know. Every time I think about it, I feel so stupid. Like if I made highlights videos, it would feel less stupid, but just full playthroughs, I don't know. Anyway, part of that is just like also having friends on that. Just, you know. Now that I think about it, it sounds like weird and maybe a little psychotic. But to be like, also have my friends. I want my friends to be documented. I want my relationship with them to be documented. I don't know, and also like having another person on is fun and refreshing, I think. And it gives me something to bounce off of. I think I'm pretty good at bouncing with people, right? Maybe. Though at the same time, when I'm alone, I definitely talk more. I don't want to provide useless, quote, useless commentary. I don't want to like commentate what's happening on my screen to my friends when they can't see it. You obviously can see it. Unless you're like on the second monitor or have this in the background, which I don't blame you. But like, I'm just talking in general, okay? So I can talk about whatever is happening on the screen that I want. Otherwise, with friends, I feel like it's annoying. So I feel like there's more dead air in that. By the way, in the interview, the blue, I finally read the developer interview, and I do want to say before I forget that this game is extremely technically impressive. They did a great job with the voxels and like making sure they like looked nice, like how the sand looks wet if you break it close enough to water and stuff like that. There's like a lot of attention to detail in it. How the voxels look smooth and stuff instead of like square and cubular. It's very impressive. I was reading the interview and I'm like, I feel like when you're playing the game, you don't really think about that kind of, well, I don't, but like, you're probably not likely to think about this stuff. I'm kind of like, I think I mentioned it a lot, but like when I play games, I'm like really invested in them. A complaint I have about games that a lot of people probably don't have is when something takes you out of the game and reminds you that you're playing a game. So a lot of times I'm not thinking about graphics or like music. I mean, music I'm a little more conscious of, but like, I'm not thinking of graphics and stuff like that. So it's nice to be reminded that this game's like graphics and technological feats are a thing. But also they mentioned in the interview that all the blue and purple that we're seeing isn't a coincidence. It's inspired by the neon vibe of the original Donkey Kong. Miyamoto wanted to give off a like New York vibe, and he achieved that with like the blue ladders and the pink girders. And I don't know, it has to be true. Like that has to be what Miyamoto was thinking at the time, because why are the girders pink? Why else would the ladders be blue, right? Maybe it's just be easier to see on arcade screens or more eye-catching, but I believe that. I believe that's not one of Miyamoto's tall tales. But maybe it is. Anyway, it is not The Lost World, unfortunately. I think they could have done it. But I was like, I think it's entirely possible that it's inspired by The Lost World and it's just really understated. But no, it's the fucking girders. It's the fucking girders. Did you really think it wasn't the fucking girders? All right, on Connolly audit. Connolly audit. Now that Steam is probably back. Oh, people are playing peak now. 6:30 is peak time. True. I hate when Steam goes playing with one other person. Just show me who it is, man. Well, here's the thing. If I want to 100% this stupid game, I have to do this first. So I guess I'll just do this until Mike starts streaming in an hour and 10 minutes. Can I be honest? I hate initial screen BRB, or like getting readies. I guess you could always just say like, if the stream starts at a consistent time, just set it for 10 minutes later. It's a good reminder, I guess. That's what I've been doing with Mike's streams. But Mike is more like a 30-minute interval, 7:30 to 8 kind of guy. But then I'm like, you know, well, it's actually 7:40 to 8:10. Should I go play Peak with my friends instead of doing this? I feel like I should go play Peak with my friends instead of doing this, right? No one's adding me. It's like, don't you want Chris to play Peak? Maybe Connolly's like, he wants to fucking 100% Donkey Kong Bananza for Mike instead of hang out with us. Listen. 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 I have a job now. I have a job now. I can't be hanging out all the time anymore. And I have to tell myself that more than anything. I have to peel back on some things. With some friends. I had a conversation point, but it makes me feel bad. So let's not. I could talk about my inner psyche, the psychology and of like me and relationships and stuff. But like, no. Me and relationships and time and stuff like that. But no. I better hurry up. They're all like joining. I mean, if I die in peak immediately, which I probably will, because they're all on like Ascension 8, right? I haven't even beaten the game once yet. Which is another concern. I guess if I die immediately, I can just come right back to this. I don't have to stay. In fact, I'm not really interested in watching peak. At least when friends are playing it. If I'm in a call with friends, I'd rather like converse, or I guess converse about a game they're playing, and peak is like kind of what you see is what you get. It's not like someone's playing through Donkey Kong Bananza and you're like talking about the new area they just went in or whatever, you know. Does that make sense? Same thing with Lethal Company and stuff. Well, this is a game I really like. So, with Mahjong, what you see is what you get. But, or is it? If friends start playing Mahjong, you bet your ass I'd be there. Another friend group is playing, Peak right now as well. Connolly has sent a message. I'm playing Peak. My ears. Oh shit, he posted it. He posted it. Location, more specific, name. Location, more specific, name. This is how Connolly did hints, I guess. See, but I'd like him to be here for this, and he won't be if it's Peak, and I should play Peak with my friends. Fuck, shit. Let's hope that Pikel doesn't finish it. I was like, why did I start calling him Pikel? That's just how it's been for like, even since before he left. I think it's just because Panut's Michael. Yeah, I get it. It really is that simple. All right, hold on. I have to make a decision now. Everyone's in there. I gotta do it. Goodbye. I'll be back. All right. We're back on. I actually have to. The immediate cough. Yeah. I played Peak. It was good. Beat it. It was like the third run I've done. Beat it. Granted, it was like with 8 people that like, and they know what they're doing. They're like Ascension 8 Andes or whatever, and we played on basic, so you know, it like doesn't really matter. But whatever. It's just good to have that achievement. It's all about cooperation and stuff, I guess. Mike didn't stream tonight, by the way, so in case you were wondering. Literally, I was like watching the VOD that he did last night, you know, before I went to bed, or after I went to bed, I guess, and he said, this is what I get for doing 3 streams in a row, like 5 minutes after I stopped watching or whatever. Like, stopped watching this morning. So like, it was this afternoon, it was one of them. So it would have been like, it would have been nice to have gotten to that point, because then I wouldn't have expected him to stream. But oh well. Why does this one go into the wall but this one doesn't? Like, this one goes into the wall and blows up immediately. This one doesn't. You see, like, are they like not symmetrical? I don't know. It's weird, right? Like, these ones must be closer, right? Sorry, I was like trying to aim it in. Oh, we're halfway there. Could be worse. The thing is, I don't really know if there's anything to talk about. I'm tired. It's only 10 p.m. and I'm like tired. I was like, I should probably just get some grinding out of the way, you know. Now I could do the hints. Connolly did give the hints. I don't know if he did that during the video or not. He did give his hints. So we could do it. I asked him if he wanted to join me in, what did I say, in like the video world or something like that for recording. And he said something, you know what, I can actually like pull it up and see what he said verbatim. He said, then new message, sure, I could do that. So that kind of sounds like he doesn't want to do it. So I kind of maybe I don't want to do something he doesn't want to do, and then it'd be annoying, and there are like technical issues or whatever. So maybe it just won't. Maybe he just wants to play Deadlock with that time instead, which is fair, I guess. If it were me, I would love to do it, but we are different people, of course. Also, I learned that these are called banana chips because they're like banana slices, and I guess they're hard, and they're like actually like banana slices that are like dried, and they're called banana chips. And this is like a chip as in like, you know, I guess a currency. And I did not get that at all because I completely forgot banana chips existed. I don't even know if I knew they existed at all. If that's what they were going for, I mean, you know, give them a +2 because it still works. It still works, even if you don't know what a banana chip is. You know, stuff like that always makes me think of fucking veggie straws. You get your fat ass head out of the way, man. I don't know, is there a better method than this? Like, it's pretty consistent. Like, because it takes a while for enemies to respawn, right? But by the time I'm back over there, they basically have just finished respawning. And I could do it faster too if I rolled like 4 times instead. I don't even have to jump, I just like clapping. Actually, I guess it's good for that. Maybe past unconscious me knew what I was doing, actually. You know what? I've been kind of like hankering to play Skullgirls. Actually, I know I was like, I should do Street Fighter 6 World Tour mode to get the hang of it, but I don't know if I ever mentioned this in a video before. But my first actual fighting game was well, I guess it was Soul Calibur 2 actually, but like, you know, like I actually not being a kid and just like mashing, I guess, or at least not mashing terribly, was Skullgirls in high school. It was like what, class of 2014, so that shit was like 12-ish years ago, maybe less, maybe more like 11 or something, but I forget what year it was in. But my friends and I played Skullgirls. Skullgirls just kind of happened to be a thing that we would play in the computer lab, and so we were allowed to, kind of. And I played Peacock. At the time, I don't even think I knew what like a zoner was. I just played Peacock because excuse me, sorry, I just don't want to pause again. I played Peacock because it just has such fun animations. Even just thinking back to them now, it's just so good. I didn't really play her entirely like a zoner like you're supposed to. But I kind of knew what I was doing back in the day. That's why I kind of treat it as like my first actual exposure to fighting games. And then it's been, you know, 11 years and I haven't gone back. Or haven't like actually, that's not true. When Tekken 8 came out, I did research on Reina, and am I getting the name right? My brain has La Reina from Rivals 2 on the brain. But I did research on her, and then I did some like, I think like CPU matches of Tekken or matches with friends. And I like kind of felt like I knew what I was doing. It's like, you know, jab is the fast option. Her like lows are not good, so like try not to use those too often, stuff like that. I don't know if any of that's true now. Apparently the game got completely remade, and then I guess it's gonna be completely remade back because people didn't like it getting completely remade. But I've been hankering for Skullgirls, and it's funny when Marie was announced, or even before Marie was announced, when characters were like being added. That was, you know, forever ago, right? I said if they add Marie, then I will go back to Skullgirls. That didn't happen. They did add Marie, but like I was looking at her moves because what sparked this whole thing is friends just randomly started playing Skullgirls in the call. It was only for like, it's like 20 minutes, like not even 30 minutes, I think. But like that was enough for me to like just go, man, I remember why I love Skullgirls. And I don't know if it's like easier or harder to play than Street Fighter, but I was looking at the move list and it's like, it seems like you have your 3 punches, your three heavy punch, your 3 punches, your 3 kicks, and then like a few quarter circle forward and quarter circle back moves with those. And most of those are like universal. Like everyone has a quarter circle. Everyone has a quarter circle like forward punch, you know, that kind of thing. And that's kind of what always puts me off of fighting games, is I always assume that every character has different moves and stuff. And I was thinking, like, do the motion inputs actually line up with the motion the character's making? I know, like, I haven't really thought about it, but I'm like, you know, if Peacock throws like the bomb forward, she like likely lobs it forward. If that's quarter circle forward, that logically makes sense. Obviously on a hitbox it's not gonna, well, it kind of will in a way, maybe, but you know, and like she raises the flags for the plane, and I'm like, if that's like forward, diagonal, up or whatever, then like I don't think that can work, because then you jump, but like, you know, like I could, if motion inputs were like that, I could see myself actually being able to memorize them. But like, I don't know, Skullgirls, how many buttons does Street Fighter have actually? Tekken has 4. So like that might have helped in my ability to learn it. Granted, you look at Tekken's move list. Tekken's move list is terrible. The most intimidating thing ever. My friend, my one friend tried to get me into Tekken. My childhood friend, I was over at his house, and he gave me a fight stick and booted up Tekken 7 and said, "Chris, we gotta learn Tekken because I love Tekken so much." And I just, I didn't know what I was doing. I was so intimidated and scared. So it's funny that I guess my kind of, I would call it a half first fighting game. I mean, I didn't really get into it. I just mean like I felt like I knew what I was doing. I was actually taking the first steps. But it's funny that it was Tekken of all things. And then they added Heihachi, and Heihachi is awesome. So like, I gotta learn fighting games, and there's so many. Like, you know, I said I'd go back to Skullgirls for Marie. I've done that a lot. Like when Sandalphon was being added to Grand Blue Versus, I said I'll play, I will definitely boot it up for Sandalphon, and then I didn't. And I know I've done it at least 2 more times and just didn't go. You know what, hold on, let me see what it's so weird when it's just silent, right? Let me look at my library and see. Fighting game, my fighting game list. Guilty Gear. There was someone for Guilty Gear, right? Hold on. This is for me now. Strive character list. I feel like there was someone for Guilty Gear. Oh, Elfelt, of course, you idiot. I said if they add Elfelt to Guilty Gear Strive, I'll hop on Guilty Gear Strive, and then I didn't. There's like one more. Was it Street Fighter 6? Was it like, if they add, because it wasn't Sagat. Sagat's too recent. I would have remembered that. I do like Sagat a lot as a character, though. You know, heel face turn is always awesome, but like he's also still battling his like inner demons. from being a villain. It's not like everyone's like, oh, it's okay, Sagat. I mean, maybe everyone is. I don't entirely know, but like, even if they are, he's like, it's not okay. I really fucked up. And he's been like, he's had that on his mind for like fucking how many years now. And I think in Street Fighter 6 he finally comes to peace with it. And he's huge. He's like Dalsim, but without the stretchy limbs, and probably, you know, has the ability to actually play the game. I always forget Dalsim's in the game. I like Dalsim though. I don't like looking at his stretchy limbs. Like, it actually kind of gives me the creeps, like in the same way like watching someone get injected with a needle does. Not to that extent, but sorry if you don't know anything about fighting games, by the way. I know a lot about fighting games, I just don't play them yet. I was like, I sent a thing on Twitter. I was like, does anyone know a game where like I could practice using the hitbox? Like, because for the hitbox, the bottom button is up, and up in fighting games is jump, right? I don't know if it's ever anything else, but it's jump. That's the bottom button, which is like, you know, the space bar on your keyboard. That's not too foreign, right? But then like the top button is the down button, and that's for like crouching and blocking and using like quarter circle moves. It's on the top, but it's supposed to be on the bottom. So I was like, does anyone have like any game suggestions of games that where like jumping's important, but also like, or like, what's it like? Pressing up is, I don't know what the request was. It's like I'm like, I can't play Mario for some. Oh yeah, because jump, and you have to be able to jump, but up isn't a button that you press. So like in Mario, you would climb ladders and stuff. Like, you know, Mario World or whatever. You'd have to climb ladders and vines and stuff. But up would have, like, the up button, the jump button on the hitbox would be bound to whatever the jump button in the game is. But that would overwrite up. So yeah, I was like, but then also a game where the down button is important. Because in Mario, how often are you crouching, right? And then it only got one response from Gavin, who said down well. And I do have that, so I don't know, maybe at some point in the near future we will be seeing some downwell videos with the hitbox just for fun. I don't know if I'll actually record them or if I'll just do them in voice calls or whatever, but could be fun. I've never been too interested in downwell, despite its reputation. No real reason or anything, I don't know. Maybe it just seemed too arcadey to me. Not roguelike-y enough, I guess, because I mentioned it before. I'm not really interested in like high score chasing, right? But I could be completely wrong. And I don't actually believe it. Just, I don't know. It kind of like in my brain seems like that, even if that's not correct, right? We're getting there. We're getting there. The banana shits. My fucking banana shits. Yeah. I don't like to bring it up because, you know, New Year's resolutions are stupid. I shouldn't have said anything in the first place. My New Year's resolutions that I said on Twitter were to do all the Dark Souls. That's not happening. Sorry. I don't even know if I'll do a Dark Souls this year. And learn fighting games. And I don't know, maybe I can... Like, by learn fighting games, I mean, like, if someone says, hey, do you want to play, like, Rival Schools on Fightcade out of nowhere? I can say, yeah. I could boot it up and try it. Just, like, I guess knowing fighting game fundamentals and being able to use my controller. And not being intimidated by like move lists and stuff. That's what learning fighting games is to me. In the same way, like TF2 helped me with FPSs. After playing TF2 for the first time, I could then not be afraid of FPSs. 'Cause I was so afraid of like playing Call of Duty with friends and stuff. Because I didn't know how to aim, and like it seemed so complicated and scary. And as it turns out, it's really not that bad. Obviously, I still suck at aiming. Like my little Marvel rival stint still proved that. Can't fucking play Luna Snow because that is a healing character that actually requires aiming. But she's so cute and has the snow theming, man. What the fuck? And she ice skates and she's fast. She has mobility. Fuck, whatever. Marvel Rivals is a good game. I just stopped playing because there's too much stuff to do. Yeah, sorry, Dark Souls isn't happening because of my secret, most important #1 New Year's resolution, which was to get a job, an actual job, which did happen. And that takes priority over literally everything else. I mean, it shouldn't, because that's an unhealthy mindset, which is why I kind of want to ask for less hours. But like, I got the job, and I like it, and I'm gonna keep it if they'll let me keep it, you know. Which, I mean, I'm sure they will. I pick up hours. Or they so far they can assign me whatever hours they want while respecting that I don't want to work for 10 hours. And I've been doing it. I've been having one day off of a week for as long as I can remember, and that includes this week. But yeah, that's way more important than Dark Souls, despite what Evan might think. And it's way more important than fighting games. Granted, like, I obviously could do both instead of playing like Bananza or whatever I've been playing this year, like Mahjong. Was learning Mahjong this year? Was that? You know what? No, I'm sorry. Like, I'm curious again. Actually, I don't think YouTube's creator thing is working yet. Let's see. Sorry. Your videos. I kind of blanked there. Oh, it's back. It's back. Okay. Type in Mahjong Soul 1. Mahjong Soul Ricci Siege with Kevin Part 1. No, that's not it. Mahjong Soul Part 1 was April 2024. Oh my god, it's not even close to this year, man. What was I thinking? Man? I've been playing Mahjong for like a year and a half. Holy hell. Oh, and I coughed and paused and muted, and I had to make sure I'm unmuted. Can you imagine if I was muted this whole time because of like Discord shenanigans earlier? I mean, there's so much shit I want to do. So many games I actually want to play and stuff. Why did I say actually? Well, I'm gonna be honest. I don't want to 100% this, but I'm so close. I might as well. And you are. I think I already talked about Deltarune, right? Like, it's a good game, but there are games that I think I'll enjoy more. But also, it's Deltarune, so I have to play it now, or else I'll get super spoiled because everyone has played it and wants to talk about it and draw about it and stuff. So I have to play it. Kind of like how I had to play Bananza right now because otherwise it'd get spoiled. My life is suffering. The spoiler things I put on myself, but I still think I'm a happier person. I think about it a lot. I think, would I be a happier person if I just let myself be spoiled every so often? And I think about it, and I genuinely do try to be like, life would be easier if it didn't. But I think I am happier like this. As weird as it sounds. Because it sounds like it makes me greatly stressed and unhappy, but also it helps me actually sit down and play games. I did not want to buy a Switch 2 now though, and like I didn't, you know, like all Switch 2 games are $70, and like and Nintendo isn't giving dev kits out. I learned earlier today, so there aren't going to be any, because they're like, I guess they're really paranoid about the Switch 2 leaking and like people making emulators. Which I don't know if that's how it happened or not, but I guess it is based on what people are saying. which is so funny. It's so funny. You know, the Switch was a huge success even with that, right? And like, it was like that because it got games, and the Switch 2 is not gonna get any games, and you are gonna make yourself the fucking laughing stock again. Granted, the Switch's competition is not doing much better, but you know, still, Nintendo, you're not convincing people that you're like the good guys. Like I do very often feel stupid for buying this, but as dumb as it sounds, I have really enjoyed being a part of Mike's streams for him coming back. So like, in a monetary sense, it probably wasn't worth it, but in a emotional fulfillment sense, I think I got what I wanted. I don't feel disappointed. I'm not like, I really could have missed those Mike streams. I mean, I could have, but like, you know what I mean. Not like, they're not that good. Recently, I'm more like, I can kind of skip them, but I mean, I'm gonna have to, man. Like, 4 hours, like 5 to 6 times a week. It's too many, man. It's like almost as much. I have my job and then that. Oh man. He's gonna be playing Kirby in the Forgotten Land. I don't know if I ever mentioned it in a video before, but I do not want to watch Kirby in the Forgotten Land. I do not want to look at it. I want to play it, but I do not want to look at it because I fucking hate mouthful mode. It's ugly, it looks terrible, and it pisses me off. That like oh, Kirby now it stretches around the thing. No, man, no. Kirby's like an infinite black hole, can inhale anything. It's not like, oh, he inhales a truck and it gets stuck in there. Oh my god, he stretches over it. And also it's gross looking, but also it's just like this. I sound like such a loser, but like it's the truth, and I really don't want to look at it. I would literally, if someone took a Kirby in the Forgotten Land long play and like edited out every single moment of mouthful mode, I'd love to watch it. Because like I listened to the soundtrack and I read the plot synopses and seen the theories, and it does seem like from those things like a really good game. Like the vibes seem really, really good. Like that one the one song where it's like the pit and it's like Pastel Parade is now available on Steam. What the fuck? Already? I thought that shit was never coming out. Yeah, it's gonna be a banger. I should record that after this instead of Deltarune. And then there's my Steam wish list, which is just a bunch of like games, mostly indie, that like I just want to keep track of. I could put them in a list, but I mean, wish listing helps the developers and stuff, and I don't know. Easy to keep track of. Instead of writing the name down on a list, it's kind of annoying. You just hit add to wish list. But I still have to sort it, or at least sort a lot of it. And then at some point I'll probably cull it as well, because I mean, obviously I'm not gonna play all those games. Like, have you seen how long it takes for me to play games? Who knows, I might have a lifestyle change where I just play games, but that would be the hermit lifestyle. If I'm uploading like 3 games a day, then you know to be concerned, okay? You know to be concerned because I have isolated myself from everyone. I think. So, wait, you know what I should do actually after this? Speaking of isolating myself, I should hit up Evan. I haven't done something with Evan for a while because of work. I've just been so tired around when we usually do stuff, even though he actually gets out around when I get out, so it could be at any point. Now that I think about it. Oops, sorry, Evan. Oh my god, I don't know why the coughing is so bad. I'll probably do that after this. Yeah, Metroid 2. Oh shit. Hollow Knight. The Silk Song is actually coming out to date this video. I think I dated it already, but am I just gonna put all these together in one video? I guess. Curious how long it took for me to grind all this. Wait, I have to be, well, whatever. Is it just this loop? Oh my god, is it actually... Have we just been listening to this like... 4, 5, 6... Like 6, 7-ish loop? Do the lyrics really... Are the lyrics really that transformative? That's crazy. Makes it sound like an actual song. Or I don't know, maybe they only... Oh, I mean, this is the instrumental. I don't know. This song sucks, actually. Without the... I know usually instrumentals suck. Did I mention this before? Where I wish... If you're gonna make an album of the song, you have the vocal version, then you have, like, a karaoke version or something. Or maybe instrumental version, where the vocals are replaced with like an instrument. So it still keeps the vocal melody, because a lot of songs completely rely on the vocals for the melody. And then you have a karaoke version where it's just like the background song, because, you know, if you're gonna be karaokeing, you are providing the melody. It would make my listening experience so much better. Because a lot of instrumentals just don't sound like anything. But I want the instrumental versions too. I wonder if that's faster because there's no, like, less... There's not less hit stop. Never mind. Or maybe there is, I don't know. I guess the... It twirling in the air is, like, relatively slow. It might actually be faster to... punch it. Or run up to it and punch it. And have it hit the wall. That's actually a funny thought. We're almost done. I thought I'd be struggling with things to talk about, but I mean, no. I feel like I haven't talked about anything really particularly like interesting, but maybe I have. Like, maybe they're not interesting because I just think everything I said here I like think about 500 times a day, so I guess it's kind of like mundane to me. So yeah, we know you want to play fighting games, Chris. I mean, that is true. Yeah, we know you want to play Skullgirls. Yeah, we know. We know you're really thinking about it. I also like want to try Deadlock for real. I played one game. I know. I don't think that MOBAs are a terrible genre. They do obviously have the like 40 minutes to lose thing. That's the thing. And the only MOBA I played was Awesomenauts, which is like relatively simple. Like in hindsight, takes like 5 seconds at most to change lanes. They're usually only 2 lanes. Only three characters per team. It's a very simplified version of a MOBA, but I think that's what makes it so good. And when Awesomenauts comes back, I'm telling you people, it's genuinely very good. It has a lot of soul. And they were like the first game ever to do like premium skins correctly, I feel like. Where it's like, it's a skin, but then the voice lines are changed and the special effects, and they're all very funny and soulful. I think Awesomenauts was like the first to do it. And still like the best. Like, what Awesomenauts does is better than like what a lot of Marvel Rivals premium skins have. I'm glad that's a trend that's like catching on, because premium skins are so fun. To an extent. Well, actually, no, League of Legends did that, didn't it, actually? Just because I'm blind to it doesn't mean it didn't exist. Because I'm just remembering, like, isn't there like the T-Rex that becomes like a toy T-Rex or something? Or is that another game? Maybe it's like Dota. I don't know. Awesomenauts did a really good job with this, is what I'm saying. I love Awesomenauts. Deadlock, still in beta and stuff, but then, you know, A lot of my friends like it. I like it. I think it's even now, I think that's a genuinely good game. I've watched a lot of it. And the fact that Northern Lion did well in it gave me a lot of confidence. That you like really don't have to do as much research as I want to do. Then again, he had chat, I guess, so maybe that's part of it. I mean, I have my friends, which like are probably better than chat. I'm just worried about, as per usual with me, I'm worried about losing. I'm worried about losing against other people, because that makes me feel bad. And then I'm worried about ruining things for my team. In a game as complicated as that. But maybe it's not actually, maybe it's like Mahjong. Maybe it's like Mahjong. Maybe it's like Mahjong. No one's willing to do deals anymore. No one wants to be like, hey, I'll try Mahjong if you try Deadlock. Everyone's just like, play Deadlock. And I go, hey, do you want to just play Deadlock? And then I'm like, hey, you want to learn Mahjong? I like have a whole system ready and I will devote my life to you learning Mahjong. And no one takes it. I'm like, okay. Like, hey, we want to play a card game, which I mean, Mahjong kind of is like, I'm like, over here with Mahjong. Literally like the best card game ever made. 4,000, I'm out. Bye. I'm sorry, I just left Mahjong. Oh god, my hands, they're like vibrating. This sucks. Don't drop it slower. Alright, now we have to spend 50 minutes. Like, you thought we were done? No, man. I was like, notice how we got no records that time without the, Oh, wait, apparently there's a right, that's the thing. Apparently there's a Pauline outfit. Does it have to turn you away from him? That's so, I can't just mash A? That's so stupid. Apparently there's a Pauline outfit that makes, CDs appear more often. Okay, hold on. I should have every single outfit, right? I'm like, that would have been good to know. I'm just curious if the game made it obvious or not. Okay? I just want to know if I'm in the wrong. Discs. Yeah, okay. It's just, I was like, ew, this outfit is so gross. I don't think I even looked at the description. Would it have been worth it? I think sticking to my principles is fine. Speaking of, we don't need this shit ever again. I don't know what the final challenge is, but this shit got us through the entire game. So. Alright. Anyway. Back to this shit. This sucks. What was I talking about? I like kind of in my brain I was like, okay, I don't need to banter anymore. Stupid me, stupid fucking me. Stupid Uncle Phil. There are bananas left, and then we're done, hopefully. Chris, can you go make an appointment for now or just tomorrow? While you have time. Yeah, I should. I was like, it's gotten better. But that doesn't mean it's like gone. You know what? Actually, I'm curious. Whenever I think about this, it's at work when I don't want to pull out my phone to search for it. When does hay fever end? After the first hard freeze of winter in Pennsylvania? Is hay fever endemic to Pennsylvania? Or do they just know where I live? If you suffer from indoor allergies, such as allergies to dust, pet dander, or mold, you might notice that they worsen during the winter if you spend more time inside than usual. Oh, great. Oh, great. If it's actually a pet disease, I'm actually in the good time now. Okay, well, I gotta find out what kind of allergy this is. Yeah, when I'm not recording, it's not that bad. But when I'm recording, I'm coughing quite a lot. I wonder why. I wonder why. New anime on my anime list. Chainsaw Man recap. They gotta stop doing that shit, man. They really gotta stop doing that. I don't know, man. It's just like, what do you think made the show so good? It probably is like everything the artist did. Every frame, every panel, every sound and voice line is done intentionally. Like it exists for a reason. Recaps like remove that shit. It, like falls flat. I don't know. It just feels disingenuous. Feels disingenuous to the art, which sounds pretentious, but like I don't know. I don't think it's bad to be a little pretentious. Is it pretentious to say that this part of this art is bad? This part that I'm playing right now? Would buying in bulk make it better? I'm just opposed to the idea, the concept of grinding for this shit in general. This shit should not even exist. You got a lot more coins in Odyssey, and the Odyssey moons only costed like 100 coins. It was nothing. It's just, the team already solved this problem on the first go. How did they make a backward step? How did they do it? Fuck. And we're not even halfway done. The chip exchange. What the fuck was I talking about? What can I talk about? Just look around my room. I tried finding a new HDMI cable for this monitor so it stops doing the thing where the screen goes black and ruins everything. Not only does it do that, but if the monitor, like, because this monitor's fucking stupid, and if it doesn't detect a signal, it'll go back to DisplayPort. But nowadays, when it does that, my other monitor, not even the monitor that was fucking up, starts just blinking rapidly, and I can't, like, the computer runs extremely slowly, and I can't, like, it freezes every time it flickers off. It, like, flickers off, flickers on, flickers off, flickers on. You know, I'm just, fuck you. Yeah, I know like 10 of these are unnecessary. I guess that would be 1,000 chips, huh? Oh well, whatever. We had a good time talking at the very least, right? Despite everything. I need to figure out this work hour thing, man. I'm like, there's so many games I want to play with Gavin. I was gonna say, if I'm not uploading videos with Gavin soon, you have to kill me. You have to shoot me. Although by the time this comes out, soon has already passed. So if I haven't uploaded any videos with Gavin by the time this comes out, uh-oh, that's not good. That's not good for Chris. You know what? Here's a piece of advice. I'm literally just looking around my desk. This is so sad. But a good piece of advice is if you want to clip your toenail and you only have your finger clippers nearby, don't use the finger clippers. They'll break. The little thing that you're supposed to press down on just snapped off. I have to get new ones. I was kind of in a rush because I was trying on compression socks for the first time because, you know, my job has a lot of standing. A lot of standing. And it hurts my feet, and, you know, I've been working a lot, and I'm like, fuck it. I need to try. I've been, like, procrastinating the compression socks because putting them on is a pain in the ass. was like, fuck it, I have to do it for today because not today, but like when I put them on. It was like second 8-hour shift or whatever. I don't know. Like, whoa. Or maybe it was the third. It was like the third day in that week, that terrible weekend where I worked like basically 4 8-hour days, right? It was something. It was during that. I was like, I started putting the compression sock on, and then I saw like the sharpness of like my big toenail piercing through it. I'm like, this thing can't break because one, it's really expensive. But what's the quality of the compression sock I got? When it's like related to health, I always get. I think I mentioned this before. I always get the best. So I did research on compression socks, and merino wool is better than latex and cotton. Is it latex? Latex isn't right. What am I thinking? Or maybe it is. I don't know. Our bananas are sold out. So I'm missing 8 bananas. So I was right with 800. I guess. Well, there's that. Anyway, it was poking through the sock. It's like, I think if a hole happens in a compression sock, then it can't compress because the pressure is also escaping through that hole or something. Is that right? Or am I just being stupid? But, like, so I tried to clip the toenail and then I broke the thing. I was like, well, because I was in a rush. That shit does take a while to put on. And I was like, I had to get ready for work. Oh, look, monkey heads. What the fuck is that sound? Is it the banana? No, it's a fossil. Okay. It's like, is it the banana that's around here that I forgot I don't have? I was gonna teleport to the next area with a banana I don't have, but we're actually there. We're there already. I can't believe there's not a banana in here. That's crazy. Well, next time we'll find bananas, I suppose. Could it be like behind the elder or something? Well, I was like, it has to be between here and there. But maybe it doesn't? I already checked, right? Discs. It's funny that you could just climb on them and then smack them in the head. I like how the music gets grandiose when you reach here. Right? And then... It's nice. Okay, I gotta stop wasting time. Oh, God. And I gotta stop coughing.